Hey guys, what's going on? If you've been trading for even a day or two, you should know about the movie called The Big Short. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why we're going to have a big short squeeze, which is exactly the opposite of The Big Short. So expect a big short squeeze this week. Point number one is some major bullish divergences that we're showing on many stocks that typically, based off the sentiment, should be going down, but we think exactly the opposite is about to take place. So check this out. If we're looking at a stock like Google, right? So the whole world is bearish on big names, mega cap names. They just can't seem to be able to bounce or anything. But if you really zoom in on the chart, there's major bullish divergence on pretty much all FANG stocks right now. And that is the differentiation between what the price action is doing versus the relative strength index of the same stock. So in this case on Google, as you can see, the stock actually drops lower, and normally the RSI would also go lower because this is the lowest point of the price on this chart for Google. But we see exactly the opposite is happening. So price drops, but the RSI is actually going slightly higher. To break this down for simplicity, if you're new, look at where RSI is right here. The last time Google drops to a level, let's say 96. Well, the RSI is maybe at about 29 right here. The next time Google drops to about 95, okay, what happens to the RSI? Well, it's not even touching the 30 line. It's definitely above 30. And what happens now? Google just recently hit 92, but the RSI is actually moving higher to a level of 41, 42. So despite of the price action going lower, the stock actually is accumulating strength. So this is a major case, especially when the market sentiment is so negative for stocks like this. We'll take a look at Amazon. You're going to notice the same thing. And the fact that Amazon price is tanking, but the RSI is actually refusing to drop. Considering the drop, right, RSI should definitely be under 30 by now on Amazon, but it's not. So despite of this crazy bear sentiment, we think with a lot of short positions that have been recently placed on these stocks, we're going to get exact reverse, and it could happen as early as this week. So that's point number one. Now, point number two is based on the 13 market moves sequence, guys, we could get a major confirmation of what the Fed is going to do. We believe the Fed is actually going to, well, actually, it doesn't matter what the Fed is going to do. The most important thing for you to focus on as a trader is the reaction of the market to what the Fed is going to do. And no matter how we slice it, we're coming up with a major bounce on Thursday and Friday this week. And the confirmation of that would be today. Today is October 31st, 2022. Right now, the market is dropping, but we think by 4 p.m. we're going to get a bounce. We're going to get a bounce back above 3,900. Possibly, hey, we may go to 3,930, 3,950 by the end of the day. Right now, we're sitting here probably at a level of like 3,880 as I'm recording this, 3,880. And if we close above 3,900 by 4 p.m. today, all right, that means based off all the research that we do here at 13 Market Moves, that Wednesday night we're going to get a bounce after the Fed announces its decision and outlook, and that's going to be followed up by a major bounce on Thursday and Friday. So combining all the big recent short positions that have been placed on the market associated with the poor reports on the part of the FANG stocks, we think not only FANG stocks are going to go high, but everything else, all the other short positions that have been placed on the market in the last couple of months, they're going to start unwinding them. And for that reason, we can shoot straight to 4,200. Now, going above 4,200 probably is going to be a bit of a challenge. So this would be the area where we would be considering actually going short on the market. But a lot of traders that are shorting some of these bounces right now, they may be caught off guard because the short covering could be huge, especially if they're going to start covering the shorts on these key big tech names. And the Fed could give them actually a very, very good reason to do that. We could have a massive, massive rally in the technology sector. I know this is very unpopular and uncommon view at this gloomy moments in the market, but I think based on everything that we study here, this is exactly what's about to happen. The question is, do you know how to trade this? Do you know how to trade this? And I mentioned in the last video that there is a great probability that Fed is going to blink. But if Fed blinks, do you know exactly where to place your bets on the call, on the put side? Do you know exactly which sectors are actually going to tank? Because absolutely, there is one particular trade that is going to tank and you want to be buying puts on it. But predominantly everything else, guys, okay, it's just the difference whether the underlying that you're looking to trade is going to go up by 1, 2%, whether it's going to go up by 10, 20%. So the question is, how do you place your call strategy on the stocks that are really going to run the hardest? For example, you've heard me place a very bullish video on this channel about FSLR. Well, guys, check out FSLR price today. Question is, did you know it was time to rock with FSLR today? The stock is up over 10% at the time I'm recording this video, guys. Huge payout on FSLR. Now, I warned you about this one a while ago, and I still think the stock has a lot of room to go. Now, would I necessarily just jump into the calls right this moment? Well, that is something you can find out by scheduling a 20-minute coaching call. So, ton of very interesting trades. The possibility of a major big short squeeze, oppositely to the big short that everyone is expecting, okay, is something you will find out this week. But the question is, should you wait or should you schedule a call, sign up here at 13 Market Moves to trade with the coach one-on-one so you don't miss out on the next 100x trade? Damn right, guys. We had some traders that nailed 120x trade last week. On Thursday night, when everything was crashing, we were buying calls on S&P 500 futures, and that trade paid over 100x. The question is, will you be the one catching the 100x trade this week? Because the probability of it happening is actually substantially increasing to you right now if you take a few moments and schedule a coaching call here at 13 Market Moves by 4 p.m. today, October 31st. By next Monday, you could be sharing your success story with our viewers. So the question is, are you ready to take your account from 10K to 50K? Are you ready to take your account from 100K to 1.2 mil? Okay, you have a real chance to make it happen this week, guys. I invite you to visit 13marketmoves.com and sign up right now. Let's roll. I'll catch you on the next video soon. The big short squeeze. Let's go.